think we'll make a new episode and just sort of go like that. 3, 2, 1. Hi guys, Mr. Jaeger here, and welcome back to the front. So, unfortunately, this is going to have to be a bit of a sad curtail, but if we enter the turn here, and I'm fairly convinced we're going to have the same turn as we did before. Unfortunately, the situation just devolves. I'm curious. Yeah, you do that thing. You attack me. Yep. Exactly like last time. Please, no, do it. Yeah. So, Russia declares war on me, and Saxony, very rightly so, decides to, you know what? I've stuck by your side for so long. I'm done. I need to leave. And Poland declares war on me as well. So, I'm calling it. There is no way I can escape from this hellhole that I've dug myself partly into. So, I'm going to say, fuck this shit. We're doing it again. And this time, well, the next time, we're going to be hopefully less fucked over. Because, yeah, there is nothing I can do at this point. I have done my dutiful best. I have pulled a last-second.com snatch victory, but it's impossible. So, fuck this campaign. We're going to try again. And we're back. So, I have done a bit of research, a bit of testing, and a bit of trialing, and it's taken me a bit of time to get to this point, so apologies. But I have sort of got an idea as to how we're going to be able to play this series. Now, the reason why I've taken a bit longer is because I've actually this isn't the first time I've attempted to re-record this. Being truly faithful, I did try playing this again on a harder difficulty, just one difficulty down from below, and there was almost no change in the there was no change at all. Immediately got declared war on by both Austria and Poland for no reason. Even though all I did was set up trading negotiations with them, and literally were like, you do you. So I'm of the opinion that this particular mod is similar to Darth mod, where you are basically, you have to try and put it on normal difficulty in order to not get bumfucked. Also, I realized the AI gets, through research, I realized the AI gets repression bonus. Yeah, that's not at all irritating to find out after all the shit we had to deal with. But no, so what I've been doing is I've been digging and delving, and I've been able to find some options, some sub-mods, ones that work at least, because sadly in the Total War forums, not a lot of the mods that are, or the sub-mods that are available to download have working links. So we end up having to resolve to either some very kind and gentle soul has uploaded something in a little bit more recent, or the link is still up because of luck, which isn't fun, but at least it's something. So what I've done is I've re-enabled diplomacy, up till the trading regions point. I've re-enabled the Drakes, being able to kill people, same goes for gentlemen. I've also made missionaries a thing, as well as religious conversion, because again, it was a function that really helps out, and I'm sure it's something that people did back then as well. So again, I don't think I'm screwing the ball over too much on that one. So without further ado, let us reattempt this campaign in a way that's actually kind of fun, rather than just gratuitous slog because realism. I have decided to go on normal difficulty, fight me. I am also, however, going to have the battle difficulty cranked up, because again, this is fine, I can manage this. This is where the game's fun, not this. So, I'm removing the advisor help, because, in all honesty, they're nagging. God Emperor, are they nagging. And I've already kind of got a plan in place for what we're going to do in this particular campaign. And by failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. It is right. I've taken my time and I've done things ready. Thank you, Benjamin Franklin. You traitorous rebel. Our first priority is to shut you up and never listen to you again. Right, so, lessons have been learnt from the first one. I apologize if my voice sounds a little bit weird. Unfortunately, I've caught a bit of like a sore throat. It's not quite going into full effect. So I'm having throat sweets to avoid my throat from turning into a fucking to avoid my throat feeling like sandpaper or being hit by sandpaper. So yes. What we're going to immediately do is disband a couple of the... Well, we're going to disband the demi-cannons and the militias because those cannons are shit. They are shit. Because they were terrible. And we're going to have this place... Earns us a little bit of cash. Actually, no, we'll hold off for the time being. What's the monetary gain? Okay. We're going to kind of spam through a few of the turns here. Hostards. I think I might retire the Hustards, I'll be honest with you. Don't get me wrong, the Hustards are okay, but the monetary value in them is not that great. So we've retired a shitload of troops. All we've got left now is the line infantry, which, by the by... What was the Ronin Legion again? Trying to remember. Oh, yes. Yeah, Ronin. The last loyal Ronin Legion. Yeah. Right. So the last loyal Ronin Legion. Try saying that a few times fast. So the plan of action will be to have the rakes just chill. I'm not going to do sabotage missions. I'm not going to do any aggressive missions. I'm just going to chill. Now, the enhanced amount of diplomacy means we're going to get a load more spam from all of the different nations, but we're also going to see a lot of changes to the political sphere. So the plan of action is we're going to end the turn, watch as the world erupts, because a lot of countries are suddenly going to break their alliances. You know, it's pointless looking at the diplomacy screen for the first few minutes because it's not going to be the same. So Ivan wants a military alliance. No, we're going to try and remain independent as possible because there are very few reasons we're going to end up getting dragged into wars, and my intention is to not be dragged into a war in Europe. Absolutely not. There is no reason for me to do so. Oh, praise the God Emperor. I love you, I love you. I forgot to tell you to do something. Fuck my life, fuck my life. Right, so the Gregorian calendar is gone. Venice and Austria have broken. Hanover, United Provinces, blah, 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 blah. The war declared between Spain and the United Provinces, or Netherlands. So, politically speaking, things are all over the place. Financially, we're actually earning a pretty decent penny, but what we're going to be doing is we're going to be waiting a couple turns. For two things. First of all, to get the iron workshops going, because look at that fucking region wealth. Seriously. Fucking beautiful. We're also going to be investing, because the Weaver's Cottage does give us some pretty decent region wealth, which will speed up the production of such things. So, we will construct an admiralty in the feud, because we will need that for improving things. Ordnance factory as well will be good, because we'll need 12-pounders, but that's not for a time yet. So, the first few episodes, the first few turns of this series is going to be, the part 2 is going to be fairly quiet. Like, we're just going to leave well alone. We're not going to cause any fuckeries with this. Because, again, it's all about trying to set ourselves up as effectively as possible. Seems a bit boring and methodical. Right. You're sorted. We could do with you, but money is going to be Scrooge McDuckin all over the place. Right. Yes. Wait, hang on. What was that trait again? Motherfucker. Right, so basically we've now just increased the amount of times it costs to... It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. The Austrians and the Ottomans are doing shit. Saxony will remain a fucking Chad ally throughout the entirety of this because, my god. Oh, my god. Can I construct you? Can I actually construct you? No. Not yet. But when you do... Oh, boy. Yeah, that's a nice bit of tax you got there. Right. So we have 3,600. So we're going to immediately start recruiting a ship. We're going to recruit a... Yeah, that'll probably do. Which works. That should turn into 4,000. That'll turn into that, which will then give us that. Perfect. Yes. Did. Also, is the sound option going to be fucky? And is this going to be doing anything? Because I have... For some reason, when I do this... Does it sound better or worse? You know what? I'm just going to go Windows default. There we go. I'm sure there'll be some useful things here and there. The sound in this game... For some reason, the soundscaping in this game has always been shit. I don't know why. It's just one of those things. But at least it's not going to sound stupidly quiet or stupidly loud. Right, next turn. So, once again, Russia is wanting alliances. So is Poland. And so is Kurland, who is still allied. I'm intending on not going to war in Europe, if I can avoid it. Because there are too many fuckeries with Europe. Europe is locked solid. Like 100% locked solid. So Bavaria, Württemberg, and Moldavia. And we have the college. Right. The first task I want of you is to produce me a 12-pounder cannon and another 12-pounder cannon. And so you're going to do that. You're going to be earning some money for the time being, but I also will want to get rid of you fairly soon and turn you into a warship, because then that gives us the ability to do shit. Exactly. And basically, we're going to try and see if we can get this research as much as possible. We get the Empiricum, we get the college, we increase a lot of things. We do cause problems with the populace, of course, but again, it gives us the ability to focus on more important shit. We get the boat, and we can start building up a sort of navy. So the plan of action that I'm intending on taking is we're going to try and have wars outside of Europe. Prussia has, weirdly enough, never went into colonialism. I aim to change that. So we're going to see if we can get Königsberg and we're going to see if, because the thing is, we're going to see if we can try and take over certain regions. And the main regions I'm interested in is not America, but instead India. For two reasons. The first, India has a lot of wealth. It's got gems, it's got food, it's got gold, it's got a lot of lovely little things. Also, what it's got is no friends. For example, the Maharatha Confederacy, which is my initial target, only has one ally, Punjab, who are isolated. They're completely isolated, and if I decide to go to war with these fuckaroos, the Mughal Empire, who have a lot of friends in Europe alongside the Ottoman Empire, will probably like me a bit, resulting in a lot of people doing things. Yes, I will piss off the rest of Europe by going after them in that regard, but yeah. To be fair, I could go for the Mughal, I could go for Mahara. I'm mainly intending on attacking one of the others. I'm thinking the Mahara, just because they're smaller and easier to knock out than the Mughal Empire, but we will see who will be the bigger target. The intention of this is because obviously at this point in the centuries, America is the big one. Everyone's focusing on America. It's the new world. We're colonializing it like mad. But India is kind of ripe, at least in some regards, because no one pays attention to it. The British Empire has yet to lose in America, thus focusing more on India. So as such, there's not that much value. There's not a lot we can risk for that one. So that's the plan, at least. Though, again, there are other options as well. We do have Africa to post on as well. Because, again, more land means more food, which means more stuff, which means fun times. So, anywho... But the initial few turns of this series, well, a lot of the first few turns, is going to just be building up economies, building up food, building up this, building up that, trying to stay as neutral as possible, whilst also building up a reserve of troops. And once we've taken out certain regions, I'm sure we're going to be able to pacify. Right. Fantastic. Why? Frederick? Why? You are a fucking moron. Right, you're fine. Right, at least we've somehow improved the popularity. Just GG. Anyway, over in yonder, we need to come up with an army. We will also need to be aware of the fact that the more troops we recruit, the less we'll be able to field. And the more risky it is. Just definitely say that. We will also need to consider recruiting more than just one ship. What's the amount of money we're going to be making? 32. Right. You need to go bye-bye. Sounds bad, I know, but we're not getting much in terms of wealth, and we need to turn it into something. Königsberg will be the military production farm. I need to just commit to it, because I need to commit to it. Because, again, it's just one of those things. You gotta just push through. Push it! Do it now! Ah, my voice. Yeah, the plan of action also with the research is once we've done that, we're going to go straight into agricultural, improved animal husbandry, which will then give us, what was it, the tenanted farms, which is fine for repeal. There's an option, yeah, there it is. The 6 wealth generated by farms. That's 6% additional wealth. That's really fucking nice. Having some rather interesting Indian music in the background. I'm sure. Right, a lot of these people are sending up nice little treats, but again, I'm remaining as neutral as possible here. I will become the Switzerland of Europe. The new Switzerland, because Switzerland doesn't exist yet. I'm going to quickly... Wait, no, hang on. No, they don't believe... Do they exist yet? No, Switzerland doesn't exist yet. Good, good, good. If it did, I'm going to be pissed. It's like, are you just a time-traveling fucking nation? It was like the Romans when they were invading Gaul. They were like, right, don't piss off the Swiss. The Switzerland. They own the banks. You know, just like... That's why everyone called Caesar a traitor, because he declared war and potentially it annoyed a Swissman. Right. We need to build another ship, but we also need to build a shipyard. This does the military shit, right? Sloop, 40-gun frigate. Yes. Glorious. Military. You can tell my voice is terrible. Oh, God. It's not quite at the realm of, but it's definitely getting there. It's making a good attempt. Yes, it is. Right. So we've got. Good God, is this Indian song going to keep playing? Is this the punishment for thinking on attacking India? Is just we're going to play this rather repetitive song again and again and again and again and again until you don't until you learn your lesson. Anyway. So, obviously, we're going to have to send Leopold Anat de Sau as our general to go into the field. We may, to be fair, I think I may start by invading Africa, securing that, and making the first Africa Corps about 200 years in advance. But they do have coffee. Yeah. I'm drinking coffee right now. That's how strong of a... Looks like they've got a military port as well. Might be worth having a look at. If we do that, that might be a shout. We'll need to definitely have a couple more ships than just the 128 frigate of the line. Definitely on that one. Right, let's end the turn so I can try and save some moolah. Hopefully, once we develop the town as well over here, we can get a priest. I can then land said priest over in India and start spreading the wonders of Christendom all over India's face. And that way they won't get to complain, because it's not just one group of people we're picking on, it's two. It's like, no, I'm not just bullying the Hindus. The Muslims are next. Yeah, smallpox inoculation. Oh dear, our agent has been detected. Hi. Look, can you blame me? In another life, you were at war with me. I'm not even being that aggressive. Just this other agent's like, the fuck you standing here for? I'm just kind of wanting to see what's... Oh, hello. You guys got slapped? Must be from... yes, the Ottoman War. Now, obviously, the AI does suffer from some elements of the high levels of popularity. They do still suffer the population issue like most people do. But the issue we have... Right, let's see. 3 turns until you're constructed. What's next for you? I think I am going to put the Opera House up. More town, more happiness and everything. And also, more importantly, when I start researching shit, does mean a few things. And then the next thing I think we'll probably need to construct is an Admiralty, because then we can start researching stuff that makes our naval vessels a little less shit. Okay. Right. Building up that. We're 1.2 million inside the house. Right, 3 turns. We have no means to do any kind of trade with anyone whatsoever. I didn't think so. That's fine. I don't mind. I'm actually quite happy. Right, division of labor, is that right? Yes. Which does require quite a significant amount of stuff. Though physiocracy also does... this was the one I was looking for. Increase wealth of town regions, as well as wealth generation. So not only do we get like a 6% from selective breeding, we get an additional 2% on physiocracy, which gives us an 8 massive on that. Plus, if we get the division of labor, we get additional wealth gained by industrial buildings, which this bitch... she gonna give us some good stuff. Give me that iron. Make it them cannon. More importantly, if these guys in Africa have anything useful, which they do, to be fair, they have a fucking... Oh, you went up to my #1 wanna fuck over list. Yeah, we're doing it. We are making war. They're making war. They're going to war in Africa. Oh, they've got a little iron, so then we're going to war down there. You royally fucked up. You done fucked up. You said you had something I want. And that now you have my attention. You're going to die very, very, very soon. Für das Vaterland! You know, if I don't get, like, immediately destroyed by all the algorithms to try and suppress any notion that colonialism can be good, even if it's meant as a joke, I'm going to hell, and there's going to be a reserved seat by Satan, and he's like, oh, I'm so glad you came. I'm your biggest fan. Right. Not really a lot we can do. So as I said, there's a few things. So, Prussia rises once again. And we're going to pause and do and oh! My throat stings like a bitch. Dear God, Emperor. How many alliances can you have? Literally everyone loves Poland, apparently. Whereas, historically speaking, not really. I mean, when you learn about the partitioning of Poland alongside everything else, it's literally we're bullying you out of existence. And it's like, that is fucked up to a high degree. Oh dear. An alliance has been broken with... Munster is the new Poland, it would seem. Where is Munster? What is Munster? Well, Munster is not... that's a little insulting. All the minor nations are in America. Right, Munster. What is Munster and why does nobody like them? Munster. Oh, okay. They're just this random region in the Rhineland. Everybody hates Munster, apparently. Yeah, there we go. So they have Cologne. Hanover. So is Munster diplomatically isolated? Yes. It's a protectorate of the pirates! Oh, dear God. That is embarrassing. Literally, you're so shit as a nation that pirates have to look after you. Oh, God. Oh, what's worse is you're landlocked, so I have to, like, request permission to cross Hanover. I mean, I've got a military alliance. Do I have... No, I don't have military access. So if I wanted to go to war with you... I couldn't. I literally couldn't. I'd have to request permission to walk through Hanover. Oh, that's embarrassing. That's just bad. That's just bad. Bad. Oh, God. That's brilliant. That is genuinely fucking brilliant. I love it. Anyway... we do get some farms, but I also want to build some admiralties, because I am determined. How are we diddling with research? 2 turns till that's sorted. 2 turns till you're sorted, and I'm fairly convinced you have 1. Yes! Another useful thing, or the reason why I decided to build this building, is because there's actually some technology we don't have access to until we construct it, which kind of sounds a bit arse backwards. Because it kind of seems a bit like we're discovering something having built it. It's like, imagine, it would be imagining like, it's like, hang on a second, this rocket ship that I've just built teaches me how to make rocket ships. It's like, what? It's like, imagine if Neil Armstrong was on the moon and was like, wait a minute, I know how to get to the moon now. But yeah, that's just how it be. Anyway, we probably should consider recruiting some more troops, because there is an army here which is going to need some cavalry. It's going to need some food in the form of cannon, which we have 2 groups of cannon alongside a good few. Right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have almost. How many regiments of infantry? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need like at least 2 regiments more of infantry alongside. Okay, so they have the ability to shoot. Their charge bonus is not so great, though I don't really want that. I want the Regiment Dragoons of Frederick. Like, don't get me wrong, missile cavalry is fine. Oof. Oh, it's 5 gold cheaper. I'm happy with that. But if we can get the 5th Regiment, not the 5th, the 5th Regiment of Dragoons of Frederick the Great. I might rename the regiment to the 5th Dragoons. Why do they go for you? Don't ask. Can you build something? No. No, I cannot. But the Conservatorium and the Admiralty will give us the ability to produce more shit. And if I'm not mistaken, we might also, once we've developed the region a bit further, get ourselves a bloody lovely little housing estate. Yeah, 5 turns. And we get the Weismar, which will provide us with the glorious church, which will then allow us to spam missionaries all over the place, thus converting all regions to Protestantism, because my plain stick is so much better than your gold stick. Anyway, I will curtail the insults to Christendom for a time being. Ooh, hello. I'll take a trade agreement. I was unaware that you wouldn't want. I'm kind of leaving things fairly neutral again. The less I do in Europe, politically speaking, the better it is for me. Again, for safety. Oh. This is nice music. Well, I will say this. Kudos to the Native American tribes. Normally, one of them is destroyed by now. Normally, it's like the Iroquois. Like, in the last few test runs I've done, the Iroquois Confederacy is, they're normally the first to go. Most regrettably, of course. Right, turn you into food. Improve our regional wealth. And more importantly, we've now got this, which will hopefully allow us, well, it does allow us the ability to make a basic steam pump, which allows us to make more expensive mines, as well as reducing the cost in metalworking buildings. So it makes it easier and cheaper, and then eventually we can get something like this. Oh, my God, it's beautiful. Measuring tools will give us regional wealth, which is going to give us a nice net bonus. More wealth for puddling furnaces. There's a lot we can do here, as well as this. The populace isn't too pleased with me not having a general inside, so I might need to send this guy over just to sort of play soldiers. Dragoons followed by Prince Point alongside Al-Hald de Sal, his own particular regiment, which will give us a decent amount of troops. I might also, once this has been constructed, attempt to recruit a couple more ships, because some ships of the line do need to be constructed. Though again, the monetary side of things should hopefully improve. So, this particular episode is definitely not going to be action-packed or filled with gun, blood, and gore, but it shall be hopefully stepping in the right direction, because eventually we will be able to What was the objective? I'm worried I just hit the wrong objective. No, it was right. So again, the objective is we got to try and secure turf. And I'm thinking if we can secure turf on the outskirts, dig our way into Europe, that'll be useful. Right, next turn. There's actually quite a few regions in Berlin. They really want us on their side. Again, the reason why I'm declining is so I don't get dragged into a war. Because I know for a fact they will get to the point where they'll be like, you know what, I want to fight someone. And that's when we get fucked over. Bavarian France. Propel. See what I mean? See what the fuck I mean? The AI, for some reason, decides to do... Oh no, Savoy's getting shat on! Why? What the fuck did Savoy do? They're the most loyal... Wait, Savoy, they're not Saxony. Wait, Savoy? Oh, okay, no, fuck those guys, yeah. Sorry, I thought they were talking about Saxony. Nah, fucking... Clicked on the wrong thing. Sorry, I thought they were shitting on Saxony. And I was going to be really upset, because I was like, no, don't you be talking shit about my Saxony. Mm. That's a lot of upkeep. That is indeed a lot of upkeep. But, war declared. Ah, between Great Britain and its nemesis. Which shall only give the German people a chance to prove their worth by getting away with doing nothing else. They actually stopped the war now. Impressive. Right, so the army over here is going to get some much-needed support. And once the other ships have gone through... I can't recruit anything else. I liked Gallery. I liked Galley. That's a lot of upkeep. The 28-gun frigate is pretty much the only thing I really want to go with. Though, admittedly, with this one, I'm guessing I can recruit more than just one. Oh no, only one. Fair enough. Right, more importantly, we've now constructed... Well, we've now gone to Imperialism, which will allow us to now go into improved animal husbandry. And we have to now wait till we can get our collage going. So again, we're going to be saving some money and getting ourselves sorted in that regard. So again, it's kind of a dull episode, but I think a bit like Hearts of Iron 4, these are going to be these episodes where, with this particular series, it's going to be less about the fighting and more about the strategic placement. Because I think that's what this mod wants to try and enforce, or at least tries to do. You know, it's like, yeah, let's be all realistic and shit. And it's like, okay, fair. There are some things that could be done better to make this game more enjoyable, but does that have to come at the cost of fun? We could do with an ordnance factory. I mean, we can already make 12-pounder guns, which is nice, and they do have the ability of the beautiful canister shot. But I am aware of the fact that we won't be able to make better quality Haubitzen. Oh, damn. Tactically, it makes more sense to wait. He says.
I'd say 3 ships should hopefully be enough to see us safely to transport the troops. Obviously, if we can reduce that amount, that'll be great. But judging by the fact that the AI doesn't have very large fleets at this moment, and that we're going up against an unorganized state of pirates who normally, and I'm saying normally, have galleys, we may be fortunate to be in a position where we can make that kind of call. Maybe. Oh. He talked about these little... Admiral's flagship. 54 gun of the line. Oh, you sexy baby. I do like my wars, and I do like my ships. Well, actually, no, tell a lie. I'm not a huge fan of ships, but if you tell me a ship has 54 guns on it, I'm gonna be smiling. I mean, the thing is, my main strength in most things when it comes to warfare in these endeavors is land-based. I am a land-based man. I prefer my conflicts and wars to be fought on the land. Right, 2710, so we're going to have to play it slightly easy if I want to upgrade my college. Because they... 28... Yeah, I've got enough to hit the 5,000 mark from here, so we can increase our college and turn it into a proper, well, school, and turn it into a proper college. So we can get educated shit. Right. So, I would like to get a priest building set up soon. But if that's not going to be possible, then I will just start moving. Because, okay, Spain, Arcot, Mughal Empire, Papal States... Looks like nobody likes the Pope. What a shocker. And Mysore. Woo! The Brandenburg. And we now have a church school. Unit recovered. You will take part in our glorious empire. And oof. We definitely will get a slapping for that. Right. Ah, shit a dick. No, we need the college. It's going to take a while, but this will turn into something useful. Besides, the church school is going to be there, and... Oh, damn. We could make a school, but we're going to go for a church school. Give us the ability to spawn missionaries, and then they can be sent across the front. Then what we'll probably do is we'll have the 3rd ship be recruited in the next turn, alongside nothing else, because that's all we can afford. Except, wait, hang on a phone. We could recruit a militia. Is it really worth recruiting a militia? I mean, they could prove useful for keeping people in peace, but I think we're going to be occupying a region for quite some time. My main thought process was Tunis. They have mines. They have quite a few regions. It's a little primitive, but it's doable. And again, it's a primary capital with a whole bunch of things. We could then expand our reserves and go on a bit. But that's the plan, at least. So... we will see. Still, we get 1 turn till they show up, and we can obviously improve the region's happiness there. Not liking the fact that Poland's got armies near my borders. Not exactly a huge fan of that. I think this is going to be big enough as an army expedition will need to be. The 3rd ship of the line... Well, the third... Is there an admiral? I cannot promote an admiral at this time. That's fine. The next turn, we'll turn it into the missionary. Then I'll send the missionary down south to provide conversion region. I mean, if there's an area we can, like... Well, no, we need as much cash as we can get, so... The mercenary is going to have to wait for some time. Which kind of sucks, but... Oh well. Nothing we can really do. Right. We've got some regional money coming back, and the population will be happy, but unfortunately, as a result, we're getting less money. Right. I think it's time for us to make the plunge. Also, 28 gun frigate has 32. I ain't gonna complain if the game can't mathematically think of 4 things. Can we get through this region? I hope we can. We should be able to. We'll see. quite a few turns. Right, this military expedition is going to be quite a risky adventure. And I'm sure we're going to have to play carefuls for a bit. But we're going against a common enemy of pretty much everyone, so I don't think there'll be too much of a risk. I don't believe there will be too much of a risk of everyone suddenly going, "What? You're attacking Africa? Why you?" If anything, they're probably going to be angry at the fact that they didn't think of doing it first. Right. So in 2 turns, we're going to get this going, which is going to improve wealth by farms. I might also consider improving this as well. Wait, no, not that one. What's a spinning jenny? Oh, okay. Well, that's an 8% improve. I'll take that. Military-wise, there are some important things we need, but cadence marching definitely for defos. But I think at the moment I need to get a strong economy behind me before I can start slapping people with my weapons, because, again... oh, I forgot to mention, one of the things, mods I was able to bring back, which I think would definitely help, is the square the square formations option. I realized the AI did this a lot, which kind of resulted in them getting fucked over more than I, but I'm also of the opinion that, like... Come on. Right, cannon. 420. I don't really think it's worth having... Well, no, I think it is probably worth bringing some cannon to the bear. It's expensive, I'm not going to lie about that, but we could also probably do with some cavalry, which is also expensive. But again, we need the dragoons. So, primarily as a sort of safeguard for Europe, well, for Berlin, whilst we're taking care of it. Because because if we all may recall, the garrison forces in your capital are fucking amazing, whereas the people in Königsberg and other jazz may not be so inclined to do so well. But yeah. So, make the play. So, we will see what will occur. I'm just wanting a nice, peaceful translation, or transit from up north all the way down south. This will be expensive, don't get me wrong, and it's definitely going to be a risky jaunt, especially since we're going up against a pirate nation. So, naturally, they're going to have better ships than us, potentially. And the information we have in the region is kind of shit. I mean, if anything, the only thing I could think of that we might possibly need is... Jeez, the wars are kicking off in Europe quite nicely. God, the amount of ships the British have. It makes sense that it is the Royal Navy. Ooh. Mate, they've gotten slapped, though. Jesus. They definitely got slapped. Yeah, we'll sail down south, come across this thing. Could have taken a rake with me, to be fair. But, no, we need the observation on the Europe frontier. And to be fair, the things that the rakes can do in the south would literally just be... with the exception of assassination, it's just either infiltrate... or destroy buildings, and, well, I don't really intend on... I mean, what I'll probably do is I'll pull one of the guys back, and then when I go sending off my missionary, we'll send these guys... Where's the other dude? I know there's a second dude somewhere. Unless he had an aneurysm. It's possible. So in 3 turns, the priest is going to come along. He's going to come down south, and we're going to have some fun times. Oh, boy. Bit of a nightmare, ain't it? Oh, there's the other dude. I need to pull him back. Keep an eye on the place. Nice! Animal husbandry. Good. Good timings. Right, you make your way back up to the region over there. Right, Brandenburg is safe. Well, that's not helpful. Yeah, sailing down south should not be an easy quest. They're definitely doing what they can. Yeah, money is not so often, as I should often common, as I should say. Happiness or cannon? Probably going to lean on cannon. I'll be honest with you. Right, we've now produced some rather pleasant things. Right. Is this the one? Well, if we do the spinning Jenny, that's 5 turns. We gain 8 wealth on that one, which is pretty fucking nice. And we're still needing to build 4 field crop rotation, which can we just get? No, we don't have that. Right, 5 turns and then we'll get into 4 field crop rotation, which will give us the ability to build the other things. Which, to be fair, at least it means we won't have to worry about population starving in Africa. Question, Morocco. Are you? You are. This is good news. I mean, you're diplomatically isolated, which means we can do something useful here. I mean, I'm focusing on these guys, first of all, but grabbing Morocco will mean that I control all of Africa, effectively, until, of course, you know, Ottoman Empire. But that's something I can manage. Well, I don't mind having everything except Cairo. I'm happy with this. These regions will earn me a decent amount of wages, which will then can translate into moving further south to India. Though, sadly, we're going to have to... Actually, to be fair, we could convert these regions into trade ports and useful things. Hitting the soft underbelly of Europe, to quote a certain Winston Churchill. But rather than invading it for the sake of World War II, we were actually taxing it for the sake of Prussian profits. Yes, Prussian profits. And eventual German profits. I don't think you can form Germany in this, but that would be cool if you could. Though I think you probably have to, like, because Germany's a republic, it's probably going to be one of those if you fuck up as a king. Nuh-uh. I'm not giving you my tech for 410 gold and an alliance that doesn't mean anything. I've learnt not to trust AI. They'll give you the world and then stab you in the back for it. Oh, okay. Took a little bit longer, but the Iroquois Confederacy has been destroyed by Britain, of all nations. Huh. If memory serves correctly, the Iroquois were actually quite on... Well, I wouldn't say on perfect terms, but they were on more friendly terms with the British than with anyone else, but I could be wrong. Right. The enemy. Right, Barbary States. Not really worth it. Definitely nab the capital first. And then move on. Definitely nab the capital. I think the important thing is possibly either invade via the port and then march through to Tunis or Carthage. Though I'm fearing Carthage is... Well, no, Carthage is no more, sadly, but, you know, I'd like to call it Carthage. Opera House? Yeah, let's... Let the people have their opera, for they shall need it. Oh, Grand Opera House. You can go absolutely mental with some of the stuff we got here. Right. Yeah, once we got the spinning Jenny, I might get the measuring tools to grab that, as well as the basic steam pump, because that's going to give us a nice amount of money. Ooh. What's going on? Cheaper in some regards. Naturally, it's going to be a bit difficult to, you know, I'm not going to lie, the fight for this location ain't going to be easy. That's for definite. Ooh, was that, oh, for God's sake. Was that an Admiralty? Because if it was, we can do shit. More importantly, reduction in reload time. Reduction in upkeep, which I think we're going to need. Shit. There we go. A increase in speed and more maneuverability, and we can also build the dockyard, which will give us the big guns. A lot of important things. So he's just going to kind of chill. Once we get the college set up, though, that's hopefully going to make things a little easier. I mean, technically speaking, it would be nice if we could build another building, but we have got additional schools that can be built, because we've got a little village there and a little village there. So those regions can definitely get developed. We are building, so get in. Yes. Increase the happiness of the local peasantry. Woo! A daughter. Well, shit. Right. Aggressor. I'll decline. Ori invented. Am I diplomatically fucked now? Kind of. Not really. Spain doesn't like me, but that doesn't surprise me. Right, they've declared war for some reason. Right. We're getting there. Right, the army inside Algiers is looking pretty small, which is good. The coast... Just realized. Land here. Perfect. Right. Time to attack, shall we? We're going to have a hard time fighting this place, naturally. But worth it. Right, so we got guards, elite guards, guards of the Orca, the Hut Musketeers, African Musketeers. We've got quite a bit of a fight against us. We are outnumbered by about 800 troops. Definitely a fight on our hands. But we have cannon, we have cavalry, and we have... Yeah, they haven't got cavalry at all. I do. I can use that advantage to... Well, I can take that and use that as an advantage. Ordnance Factory, Pasha's Palace. School of Poetry. Wasn't that wonderful? We're going to destroy that and turn it into something else. Or not, depending on what's more useful. But, to be fair, I don't know if you can actually... If there's a conversion thing, we have to destroy buildings. It's been a while. But more importantly, mine. Metal. Oh no, it's a school. Oh, we got a research facility. Nice. We got that going, and we have a coffee house, which I'm sure the people will like us for. Algiers is the next target. Definitely the next target. And more importantly, if we can recruit these regions, like convert it into a normal culture, that'll be nice. But, unfortunately, for the particulars out here, you may have noticed the time of this video is running short, because this is where we will end today's episode. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. It's a little bit of a different story, a little bit of a different battle. we're going to be having a bit more. Hopefully, this particular series or this particular run is going to be a little bit more successful than the previous one. And I hope you guys have enjoyed the more slightly elaborate commentary and hopefully less of the fuck ups. So I will catch you in the next episode, whereupon we shall make war on the Barbary States and capture our first region, where hopefully, Emperor willing, touch wood, we'll actually have the means to defeat the Barbary States and start taking over good portions of Africa. So, I will see you then. This is Mr. Jaeger, signing out.